Anyone else when you're looking either at the odds, Geoff, or before coming into this, you knew someone in the field who piques your interest?
So again, like at Potomac, I mean, TPC Potomac, we've seen it a couple times. It used to host the old Quicken Loans Championship that had like a 2-year run. Francesco Molinari won the last iteration of that event, and he absolutely just went nuts that week with his iron play. And if you look at the top 5 players there, they weren't big hitters, but man, did they just smash the ball like tee to green, approach, all gaining like over 5 strokes on approach. And I think you kind of need to look at similar players. Gary Woodland is a player I know a lot of people have been chasing, people were interested in last week, but a plus 3,500, that is a player in Woodland who can absolutely just dominate, with his iron play. And at a tougher course, I kind of like it for Woodland. I don't really want to trust his putter to get me to like 22 under or whatever, but if this is going to play at like a minus 15, minus 14 winner, I think Woodland is a player who can hit a ton of greens, can kind of just hit a ton of fairways because he doesn't have to take driver off every tee. And a plus 3,500, I like those odds. I believe he was closer to like plus 2,200 last week. So I think sticking on Gary Woodland here for one more week, who's looked really close, makes a ton of sense.
Okay, I'm seeing Tyrell Hatton there too. Leads the tour in shots gained putting. What do you think, Collin?
Yeah, so Hatton is a guy that I definitely looked at this week as well. But Tony Finau fired a 63 on a Sunday. Finally, the guy who always falls apart at the end of a tournament put one together. So he hasn't won since 2016, and that's definitely an issue. But he's definitely starting to find his form. I think he's a guy that at plus 2,500 you can take a look at this week. But the guy I'm really going to be focused on, Keegan Bradley. Back-to-back top 10s at Texas and at New Orleans. Was 5th at TPC this year. Missed the cut here in Tampa. Didn't play real well with the Valspar, but there's a lot of parties around here for that event. He might have been out a little bit late. I don't know, but he's plus 2,800 this week. I think he's kind of in form. I think Keegan Bradley looks good. I'm a little worried about Woodland for one reason, and that is, first of all, he missed like 4 out of 5 cuts to open the season, but since then he's gone T21, T8, missed the cut at Augusta. And it's only T24 last week against a pretty soft field in Mexico. He's definitely at the game. When he does put it together, he's going to put it together quickly and get ahead. But if you're trying to get ahead of a guy who could start to really like stack it on pretty early here, I'm going to be on King Bradley this week, who's also already won a major, and I think that takes. Once you've won a major, I feel like once you put it together, it's a little bit easier to just sort of like stack wins on top of each other.
Collin, it's unfortunate Reed's not here because he would remind you that Tony Finau won the Northern Trust just last August. All right? That's important. Listen, that's Reed's guy, man. That's his Lord and Savior there. And
but making Finau jokes is I've made more money betting against Finau on Sunday than anything else in the history of golf. So
yeah.